Thank you for your call to duty. You have made our country proud.
People and performance matter.
My remarks today is based on service. There is no greater honor than service. There is no greater reward than service. This evening, all of you know, there is no greater need. We are living in an era where so many people may be hurting, where competition for jobs and economic security are at an all-time high, and when the burden simply to survive is surmounting. There is a noticeable sense of fear and anxiety amongst individuals and how they are going to provide for their families. People ask themselves whether it is possible to dream. I believe it is. However, we must continue to work hard to achieve it. And this begins in our homes, our educational institutions, and it continues every day in our communities. Therefore, service is so important. Because society, whether it is government, business, or the family, separately cannot meet all of our needs, but requires a collective effort. Despite the myriads of challenges we face, I am extremely optimistic. My position in my organization, the St. Kitts and Nevis Fire and Rescue Services, has allowed me to travel regionally and internationally, and I have been inspired by what I have seen. I have seen firsthand that our people are dedicated to service. From the police officer who walks the beat, the soldier who stands ready to defend our nation, the prison officer who faces daily dangers, the fire officer who shows courage when others have none, to the civil-based organization and countless youth-led projects at various educational institutions and St. Kitts and Nevis, we find that literally hundreds of young men and women are working in the communities, giving their time, energy, expertise, and their love to helping others. This spirit of service is hardwired in our people. Service is not limited to what is happening in St. Kitts and Nevis. We must also recognize thousands who are in voluntary services throughout the region and the world in an effort to create better societies. These are dedicated young men and women who, through patriotism, are willing to put their lives on the line for our country's future. Service is something we do every day here in St. Kitts and Nevis. It's a dynamic part of our character. It aids in defining who we are as a people and a nation. This evening, I want to challenge you to think about service as something more than an activity to supplement our daily work. It is a lifelong commitment to helping others and being developed by others. The gift of service is one of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves. Through service, we discover and live out our values. Through service, we partake in our united commitment to create a union that signifies strength, dedication, and power. Robert Kennedy once said, "Each time a man stands up for an ideal, or acts to improve the lot of others, or strikes out against injustice, he sends forth a ripple of hope." That is the power of service, a power that I think everyone in this gathering understands and have the potential to possess such quality. This evening, I stand proudly here as a serving member of the St. Kitts Nevis Fire and Rescue Services, along with my brother organization, the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force and Her Majesty's Prison, who collectively through service have shaped and given a gift to our country and the world. It is what makes us human. It is also what gives us meaning and purpose to our lives. Serving our country is part of serving humanity. Today, I carry an unmistakable pride that can only be shared with those who have served and understand what it means to be of service to others. I am honored this evening to be standing here to honor our active and retired service members, to remember the sacrifices they have made and the courage it took to defend, honor, duty, and country. We are here this evening to remember and reward their achievement, their courage, and their dedication, and to say thank you for your sacrifices. Looking at the individuals before me this evening and those who are only here in spirit, I cannot help but feel overwhelmed and appreciative. We are surrounded by individuals who have served along with their families and friends. Indeed, this is a prestigious occasion. According to Mahatma Gandhi, he said the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in service of others. The service members we honor this evening hail from different backgrounds, but they share numerous essential qualities. They possess courage, pride, determination, selflessness, dedication to duty, and integrity. All the qualities needed to serve a cause larger than oneself. Country above self. Journey with me as I reflect upon the meaning of service. S. Social. A healthy social life is found only when in the mirror of each soul the whole community finds its reflection, and when in the whole community the virtue of each one is living. E. Enthusiasm. Be enthusiastic about your profession and be always eager to involve in all activities. Nothing good has ever been achieved without enthusiasm. In other words, having passion. R. Responsible. Hold yourself responsible to a higher standard than anybody expects of you. Never excuse yourself. V. Versatility. Recognize your strength and use them in as versatile a way as you can. I care. Caring about others, running the risk of feeling, and leaving an impact on people brings happiness. C. Communication. Communication leads to the community, that is, to understanding, intimacy, and mutual value. E. Extra mile. If you want to succeed at any job, make yourself invaluable. Go the extra mile. Make them never to be able to imagine what life without you there would be like. Service. Let us reflect on these important ideals and see the value and importance of service. Once again, may this momentous occasion encourage and motivate us all in one way or another to be of service to each other, for service to humanity is the best work on life.
People and performance matter. I'm coming from this angle because we are charged with the responsibility to serve and to perform in our service to our dear Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. And in particular, let me hone into the departments which I am charged to lead. We are to serve the public proudly. Our service to the persons who resides in the facility must be done with humility, with fairness, and with a clear conscience. And our service to the public, in particular when the relatives and friends come to the facility to visit, those who reside there, must be done professionally. Professionalism must be the hallmark of our service at all times. We ought not to see faces. We ought not to see color. We ought not to see race. But what we are to see is the service that we are charged to exhibit at all time, professionally. And that's why our mission, our vision says, we are to provide service which the public must be proud of, which will be regarded as a standard of excellence around the world. We are dealing with people. We are not dealing with animals. And this is one thing I want the public to understand. I listen to them daily on the radio. Yes, the persons who reside at HMP would have made mistake. All of us would have done that sometime in life. All of us. But some of us want us to crucify our brothers and sisters, our families and friends who the court sent to the facility to serve their punishment. The punishment is the time that was imposed on the individuals by the court. And that we must ensure happen in the facility. We are not to brutalize. We are not to victimize, as we would say, any of these people. They're human beings. We also have to give them that second chance. Give them that second chance after they would have left the institution, would have gone to the rehabilitation program, and are integrated back into society. If we don't, then we will have a high rate of recidivism, and for greater things. So I must commend the officers from HMP who would have served for so long. And I tell you, I was a police officer for 17 years, 7 months, weeks and days, who counting. But when I compare the service, the short service I had there at HMP, to the 17 years I did in the police force, can't compare. It cannot compare. Because we are dealing with these individuals on a daily, hourly, weekly, by second basis. They're in our faces. Some of us have been attacked, spat on, threatened. But yes, these brave officers held the post, and they are still holding the post. And we must be realistic. We have some bad apples. We have some bad apples. And that's why I'm asking the Honorable Prime Minister for us to really revisit the regulation of the prison so that we can get rid of those bad apples. Because those bad apples can cause innocent people to lose their lives. And that we will not tolerate. I'm a realist, brothers and sisters. I speak it as I see it.
When a man has done what he considers to be his duty to his people and his country, he can rest in peace. Quote from Nelson Mandela.